The news day continues here on One News Now. I'm Riza Diaz. Hundreds of foreign nationals were arrested while millions of pesos were seized in a Pogo Hub raid in Pasay City. The details in this report.
In a raid on August 17, 7 million pesos worth of cash was recovered from 32 vaults in a Pogo Hub in Pasay City. Aside from this, 24,000 pieces of pre-registered SIMs and 9,500 units of smartphones were also collected. Other content of the vaults included foreign SIM cards, passports, credit cards, employment contracts, and promissory notes, as well as bullets, silencer, tasers, and cryptocurrency wallets. According to the Department of Justice, they first raided the establishment on August 1 after receiving information that the Pogo Hub was involved in crypto and love scams. The Pogo was earlier registered with PAGCOR, but due to illegal activities, its license was revoked. 230 foreigners were arrested and are currently detained inside the Pogo Hub, including Chinese, Malaysian, Vietnamese, Thai, and Myanmar nationals. They are facing charges for violating the Anti-Cybercrime Act, Securities Regulation Code, and immigration laws. Their lawyer, however, refused to comment on the matter.
Meron na silang mga violations, immigration violations. They are being held here under the legal custody of the Bureau of Immigration. They're here now because we have yet to identify or determine the exact culpability or liability of these foreigners still here.
The foreigners will also be facing charges for violating the SIM registration law after authorities found out that they used fake names to register SIM cards. Meanwhile, around 400 Filipinos were temporarily released for further investigation.
Hindi pa natin ma-certain yung talagang participation nila dito. However, from the raid itself, mukhang sila po ay naging mga agents, computer operators, kung saan they act or pretend to be other people that they are really not. Doon sa love scam, kahit yung mga lalaki, they pose as girls, trying to hook victims. For cryptocurrency investments, they pretend to be mga cryptocurrency experts or brokers.
The DOJ said they are now also looking into the possibility that the Pogo Hub is involved in money laundering activities too. The Anti-Money Laundering Council, or AMLC, was already tasked to freeze the assets of the Pogo. The DOJ suspects the Pogo Hub in Pasay City as well as those in Clark and Las Piñas belonging to a big network. In fact, around 20 foreigners in Pasay have already been apprehended in previous raids.
Yung iba sa kanila ay galing po sa Hong Tai, sa Clark at Las Piñas raid. Meron din tayong information na yung ibang vault, ang laman naman nun ay galing din sa Hong Tai. Yun po yung safe assumption ho natin, no, na lahat ng mga grupo na ito ay either nagtutulungan or they share the same resources of people.
The building's owners have yet to come forward and answer questions from authorities. The DOJ is now coordinating with the Pasay LGU to trace the said individuals.
Canada is currently battling multiple wildfires, prompting mass evacuation. In Yellowknife, some evacuees were blocked by flames as they tried to get out of the city. Meanwhile, a state of emergency was declared in Kelowna, British Columbia. The Foreign Affairs Department has reported no Filipino casualties at the moment. Some 1,500 Filipinos are staying in Yellowknife and have all been evacuated. This is seen as Canada's worst ever wildfire season, with more than 1,000 active fires throughout the country. Now, authorities fear it could spread even more in the coming days. We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Riza Diaz. DepEd has formed a transition committee tasked to oversee the transfer of 14 public schools from Makati to Taguig. Now, aside from DepEd personnel, the committee also includes legal officers from both Makati and Taguig. The committee has been ordered to conduct an inventory to determine property ownership in all affected schools. DepEd assured that no school personnel will be retrenched following the turnover and that classes in these schools will begin on time on August 29.
Pagdating sa ating mga eskwelahan, wala naman tayong magiging issue masyado because the school heads and the complete personnel ng lahat ng mga 14 schools will remain the same. So walang madi-displace na mga school personnel natin and the same manner na walang madi-displace na mga learners.
Now here's a quick look on other stories we're watching. Pateros is aiming to become a city by once again asserting their ownership over Fort Bonifacio and Embo barangays. However, Town Mayor Ike Ponce acknowledges that they might not have the funds to provide the same benefits to these barangays as Makati. Meanwhile, the government is looking to receive initial compensation for the oil spill incident in Mindoro by January at the earliest. The government estimates the claim to be around $280 million or over 15 billion pesos. And in sports, the national team dominated Ivory Coast 85-62 in their tune-up game ahead of the FIBA World Cup. Now, despite the win, Gilas head coach Chot Reyes admits the team still needs to up their game if they want to edge out Angola and Dominican Republic in the group phase. And those are the top stories of the hour. Join us later at 10:45 in the morning as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. I'm Riza Diaz. The FIBA World Cup starts on August 25. Support Gilas, support Team Pilipinas. Watch and buy tickets to the biggest sports event of the year.